Welcome back, guys. I'm Marcio. You're watching The Urban Man. So today's going to be a little bit of a back to the future, back to the past sort of thing. I'm recording this on the 6th of May 2019, and what I've got here today is the Casio F91W. So F91W, everybody knows the F91W. The whole purpose of this video actually is I want to see if the F91W can be a beta watch. Sure. It's not a beta watch. If you want a beta watch, you should rather go for the Casio G-Shock, but it's also 4 times the price of this. And if you're not going to be submerging underwater, that sort of thing, can you get away with the F91W? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go down. We're going to open it up quickly just so you guys can see it's brand spanking new. I'm going to just look at it quickly, see that there's no marks or anything. And when we come back a couple of months, I'm going to see after a month or maybe 2 months, I'm going to record again and we're going to see how she's held up. So we're just going to go down, look at it quickly, and then when we pop back up, we're going to be in the future. So let's get down. Alright guys, so here we are at the bottom with the Casio and F91W resin strap. So your basic old school F91W. Let's not take too long with this because like I say, everybody knows the F91W. Let's get this open here. Okay, let's pop off the stand there. Right. And here we have the F91W. So looking at it, the screen looks pretty alright. Let's slide this open. Oh, okay, see this actually broke off. That's why. Little stand. That's a shame, I was actually going to keep it. Let's pop this open here just so we can check the straps out quick, and the buckle. So buckle is looking alright, straps look fine, screen looks 100%, case back. It's got a little light scratch over there, but nothing major. Otherwise, yeah, everything looks to be alright. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to bore you too much. I'm going to wear this on my wrist to work every single day for the next month, maybe 2. We'll see how it goes. And let's see how the F91W holds up as a beta watch. Alright guys, I'll see you in the future. And we'll be down below again. Welcome back guys. So, we're looking at the F91W. I've got 2 pieces in my hands here. Okay, we're back here with the F91W. Today's the 9th of August, so it's been quite a while since I did my first part of the review or look at if we can actually use the F91W as a beta watch. So what we're going to do now quickly is, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to show you some images now. Just a short few little images and a little video at the end. Just showing you some of the punishment that I put the watch through. So picking up heavy jobs. I work in the engineering field, so yeah, I was lifting heavy jobs, swinging 4-pound hammers, loosening tightening vices. I work on the milling machine a lot, so water splashing all over the show, all over the watch. I got it pretty wet, water resistant, held up beautifully. So overall, she works. I put her through her paces. So let's chat a little bit more about her. So you saw some of those images, and you can see give you more or less of an idea of what I put the F91W. What we're going to do is just dive down quickly. Going to take a close-up look at her and see if she's got any battle wounds. Okay, so here we got the F91W up close and personal. Just gonna open up this buckle here quickly, get it open. So looking at the crystal here, there are no noticeable scratches whatsoever. No noticeable scratches whatsoever. It really held up well, and I wasn't trying to be careful with her or anything of that sort. The buckle, the strap, everything is still perfect. The only, even the case back there, still perfect. The only actual physical damage that I can actually see, I examined it obviously prior, is on the buckle there. If we can get it into focus. Was it on the buckle? It was on the buckle. Yeah, it's just on the top over here, by the O, by the 0 over there. There's a little scratch, little marking over there. But I mean, besides that, I mean, this is made out of plastic. Besides that, this thing held up incredibly well. This thing held up amazingly well. I was so surprised. And so during that time, I actually had the other timepiece on my wrist. So this is, for those of you that missed it, I'll put the link in the description below. This was supposed to be the DW5600BB, the blackout edition that I was supposed to have gotten, that actually turned out to be a fake. And yeah, what I did is, so I used this solid for like 2 months, and then I ended up using her for a couple of weeks, and then I actually would alternate between this one and that one. So this has actually only been on my wrist, I would say, the last month. I've been using this piece. And if you look on the crystal already, look at all those fine scratches over there. I don't know if it's a plastic material. I mean, this is after a month of use. There was no markings like that whatsoever. And I mean, you can see this F91W. So I mean, the quality compared to even this one, which is obviously a fake. This is a fake, so you don't now say that Casio makes crappy quality crystals or uses crappy crystals. This is a fake. They've obviously used some cheap plastic or something. I don't know what it is, but it's obviously some cheap plastic that they've used on there. But I mean, this one here cost me, I ended up paying about it was just over 700. But it was a used model. That's why. And this one here ended up costing me about 250 rand, between 250 300 rand. And so this one was substantially more. And yeah, just judging by the quality that they've used on this F91W as opposed to this fake, much better quality. And I'll end up actually using this one in between, not because of the quality issues, but the F91W just felt so comfortable on the wrist. I really enjoyed wearing this F91W on the wrist. It's so light. Usually when I get home, I'll chuck my watch off and I'll put it on one side. But with the F91W, so many times I would actually forget it's on the wrist, and only later on during the night I would be like, oh shit, but I still got my wristwatch on, and I would actually then end up taking it off because of that reason. Otherwise, it's so light, it's so comfortable. This plastic or this resin strap that they use is so soft, and it's quite thin, so it just hugs around your wrist so nicely, and you actually forget it's on the wrist. So I really enjoyed this F91W, and at one stage I bought this because the DW was because I felt the size was a little bit small for my liking. I know there are other big variants. I want to actually try those out next. Of the F91W, you get other models that are slightly larger than this. I still want to try those out to compare those two, but I wanted something a bit larger. That's why I actually then went for this G-Shock, and I found myself always going back actually to F91W, and I actually then didn't mind the size being slightly smaller because it just felt so comfortable on the wrist. It's not, I've got the Nodus Retrospect 2 on the wrist today. I don't wear this one that often. I really enjoy wearing this one, but it's one of my nicer pieces that I like, so I actually try and save this one as much as possible, not to use it that often. But I mean, the F91W, let me just check her on my wrist. Give me a second just so you can see. So my wrist is a 7¼ inch, and I mean, it does look a little bit small, but I mean, it's not ridiculous. And if you after the comfort, and if you don't need that 200-meter water resistance that a DW gives you, then you can use this as a beta watch all day. You can use this as a beta watch all day. Obviously, look, if you're going to throw it or really bang the screen, it's going to get damaged. I mean, you don't have the bezel like you would do with a DW, so you don't have that extra protection. But I mean, if your work doesn't involve using shovels and that sort of thing, you know, like heavy machinery, I mean, you can use this as a beta watch all day long. And at the price, if you do damage it, you can buy another one easily. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you any longer, guys. That's just my conclusion, my verdict, that this piece can be a beta watch if you wanted to, depending, obviously, like I said, on what your work revolves around. I mean, if you're using heavy machinery, maybe it might not take that punishment. But I mean, if you've got an office job, or you a rep driving around or whatever, or if you do, I mean, like you saw me, I'm in the engineering field. I mean, I used some 4-pound hammers with this, as I showed you in those images, and the shock that it took, and that it's still perfect, working 100% as intended. So beautiful piece for any man's collection, especially at the price point. I don't see why nobody would want this in their collection at that price. The heritage, horology that this piece has, the significance of the horology that it has, I mean, and the price of it, go and grab yourself one, guys. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this conclusion, or this video, this review, whatever you want to call it, if you enjoyed it, please do hit that like button and leave comments below if you want to find out any information regarding this awesome little guy. And please do subscribe. It does motivate me, push me to keep on pumping out those videos for you guys. I mean, without you guys, what's my channel worth? Nothing. So please do hit that subscribe button. It is really motivating. And thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.